Truly, your young friend had every reason in the world to suspect something ill. My assertion about children going missing, the fact that people call me a witch, the strange and aberrant things that you see all around you, some of which would very easily terrify even adults. And yet, despite all of these things, wavering towards negative possibilities, you chose to do nothing. Not just do nothing, but even stop your friend from intervening in the situation. Why? The woman asked, staring at me across the table. For all I know, you're a little psychopath. I'd rather not wake up to find you standing by my bedside with a knife. Why not intervene? Why stay so calm? Why are you not afraid? Why so prompt to do business with someone when it's clear that you question their morality? Do you simply not care if I do evil things? Does it not matter? She asks, taking a long hit from the tobacco pipe in her hand. Well, ma'am, I said, trying to maintain my composure. Allow me to answer your question with a question. A question of morality in and of itself, or rather, what is morality? The situation is simple, and yet utterly complex, paradoxical even. You and all those you care about are dying of a tragic illness. Despite all of your best attempts, despite whatever effort you can put forward, whatever resources you possess, you can neither stop nor slow the progress of the illness that is slowly killing both yourself and those you care for. When suddenly you come upon a man who possesses the cure to the illness, a treatment that will save your own life and the life of those that you care for. But the man himself is a lunatic, one who brings harm to countless others through his very existence. You have the power to stop him, of course, but if you do, you will lose the cure, and you and your family will die. When asked in front of others, most people would generally say that stopping him is simply the right thing to do. Saving your own lives and the lives of those that you care about shouldn't come at the cost of the suffering of others. One should stand on those moral principles. Stop the man, even if it costs you and your family their lives. But of course, this is only if you were to ask them in front of others. Truth be told, when truthfully given the option, if their family and friends, their loved ones truly hung in the balance, despite whatever moral implications you might ensue about the situation, most would choose to save themselves and their loved ones, even if it came at the cost of the suffering of others. But truth be told, which situation do you believe is moral? Is it moral to allow a man who will obviously take the lives of others continue to do so, simply to save the lives of yourself and those you care for? Or is it immoral to refuse to save the lives of yourself and those you care for, simply because you know the source of their cure is a wicked man? Do you truly believe that your family deserves to die simply because the treatment you need comes from a bad place? How can it be moral that those you love need suffer while others get to live, simply on a moral principle? An idea that stopping people from doing bad things should always be the priority, even above your own life and the life of those you care for. Quite simply, it's a bad joke. Moral opinion in and of itself People constantly wish to weigh and measure right and wrong, good and bad, to try to make sense of the chaos that exists within this world, to be able to sleep peacefully in their beds, feeling as if they did the right thing. When the truth of the matter is, morals are simply a perspective, an idea that exists within the head of those who have them, a standard by which they weigh and measure the things that exist in the world, an idea that there is balance to good and bad, to right and wrong, when in reality there is no such thing. This world is filled with people both good and bad. A single person cannot hope to change that. You cannot rewrite the core of humanity, make the world what you want it to be. Things simply are as they are. It's easy to stand on principle when your own life doesn't hang in the balance, when no one you know will suffer because you choose to stand on it. But I myself am a realist. You will not find me standing on principle while those I care for suffer and die. I am a man who intends to keep what he has, to protect what I hold dear. If I must turn a blind eye to the suffering of others, if I must bring suffering to others, even if I have to take the lives of others, if it is necessary to protect that which is dear to me, then I will do so without hesitation. I would cut a deal with the devil himself if it protected those that mattered to me. Put quite simply, I'm simply selfish and have no qualms about admitting it. Whether I believe that you are a good person or a bad person, an in-between person, or pure evil itself, I need what you have. Even if there were others who could produce the resources that I can acquire from you, the extra risk that I would have to take, the danger that I would have to place myself and those that I care about in order to acquire them, is unacceptable. If I needed nothing from you, if my own life and the life of those that I care about did not hang in the balance, perhaps I would consider standing on moral principle, on ensuring what was right was done. But my life is on the line. The lives of those that I care about is on the line. And just as I said before, even if you were the devil himself, so long as it ensures the safety of myself and those I care for, I will do what is necessary. Turn a blind eye to what is necessary. Commit whatever crime is necessary. Because truly, I am selfish. If you are truly wicked, then I could always find another source further down the road, something that fits more within my moral bounds. But for the time and the moment being, you are my best option. I have no time to quibble over right and wrong. There's nothing more to it than that. So, does that answer your question? Do you more clearly understand the principles that I live by? Is this acceptable to you? I said, glaring across the table, as she glared right back at me, locked in that intense exchange, each weighing and measuring the other. Ah, I see. It is beginning to become a bit more clear now, the woman replied. So it's not as if you don't have moral bounds, principles of right and wrong that you wish to abide by. You are simply a man of necessity, and will not stand on moral principles if it costs too much to do so. That's quite the practical outlook for one so young. Some might even call it cold-blooded. But it is understandable nonetheless. Okay, I believe that we can strike a bargain, young man.